Imagine checking your mail and finding a notice that your credit card debt is overdue. The words past due and collections leap off the page, and your heart sinks. A flurry of fears rushes through your mind, not the least of which is the haunting question: can you be arrested for not paying your credit card debt? It's a scenario that can cause sleepless nights and significant stress, but understanding the reality of how credit card debt works and the legal implications can provide a clearer, calmer perspective. To answer the burning question right away: no, you cannot be arrested for not paying your credit card debt. In most countries, including the United States, the failure to pay a debt is considered a civil matter, not a criminal one. This means that while creditors have various ways to seek repayment, jail time isn't one of them. However, the fear of legal repercussions often comes from misunderstandings about how debt collection works and the rights of both creditors and debtors. When you miss a credit card payment, the journey typically starts with late fees and interest charges. Credit card companies will try to contact you through phone calls, emails, and letters, urging you to pay the overdue amount. They might even offer payment plans or settlements to make it easier for you to catch up. It's in their interest to recover the money without resorting to more severe measures, as this is often less costly and time-consuming for them. But let's say the debt remains unpaid. Creditors might then turn to debt collection agencies. These agencies specialize in recovering debts and will ramp up the efforts to contact you. They can be persistent, and their tactics sometimes border on harassment. It's important to know that there are laws in place to protect you. The Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, FDCPA, in the United States, for example, regulates how collectors can interact with you. They cannot call you at unreasonable hours, use abusive language, or make false threats of arrest. So, where does the fear of jail come from? In some cases, debt collectors may use aggressive language or imply severe consequences to scare you into paying. These tactics can be misleading and are often illegal. If a debt collector threatens you with jail time, they are not only wrong, but also violating the law. Knowing your rights can empower you to handle these situations more effectively. You have the right to ask collectors to verify the debt and to request that they cease communication. Additionally, you can report any abusive practices to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB. Despite these protections, unresolved debts can still escalate. If debt collectors are unsuccessful, the creditor may decide to take legal action by filing a lawsuit against you. This is a civil lawsuit, meaning it's still a matter of recovering money, not a criminal proceeding. If the court rules in favor of the creditor, they can obtain a judgment against you. This judgment allows them to take specific actions to recover the debt, such as garnishing your wages, placing a lien on your property, or levying your bank accounts. However, even in this scenario, you will not be sent to jail for simply failing to pay the debt. An interesting twist occurs if you ignore a court summons related to your debt. If you fail to appear in court, the judge can issue a bench warrant for your arrest, not for the debt itself, but for contempt of court. This is where some people mistakenly believe they were jailed for their debt, when in reality, it's the failure to comply with court orders that's the issue. To avoid this, it's crucial to respond to any legal notices and appear in court when required. If you're unable to attend, inform the court and seek legal advice. In rare and specific instances, debt-related issues can lead to criminal charges, but these are generally connected to fraudulent activities rather than non-payment. For example, if you knowingly wrote a check that would bounce or provided false information to obtain credit, you could face criminal charges. These situations are exceptions and revolve around deceitful actions, not mere inability to pay. The psychological impact of mounting debt and aggressive collection practices can't be understated. The stress and anxiety can be overwhelming, leading some to make rash decisions or avoid dealing with the debt altogether. However, proactive steps can help manage the situation. If you find yourself struggling with credit card debt, consider contacting a credit counselor. These professionals can help you create a manageable repayment plan and negotiate with creditors on your behalf. Non-profit organizations like the National Foundation for Credit Counseling, NFC, provide valuable resources and guidance. Bankruptcy is another option, though it comes with significant consequences. Filing for bankruptcy can discharge many types of debt, including credit card debt, but it will also severely impact your credit score. and remain on your credit report for up to 10 years. Bankruptcy should be seen as a last resort after exploring all other options. Consulting with a bankruptcy attorney can help you understand the implications and decide if it's the right path for your situation. Additionally, financial education plays a critical role in preventing and managing debt. Understanding how credit works, the importance of budgeting, and the impact of interest rates can empower you to make informed decisions. Many communities offer financial literacy programs, and there are numerous online resources available to help you build a solid foundation of financial knowledge. In some cases, state laws provide extra protections for debtors. For instance, some states have homestead exemptions that protect your primary residence from being seized to satisfy a debt. Knowing your state's specific laws can provide further peace of mind and help you navigate debt issues more effectively. It's worth noting that societal attitudes towards debt and financial difficulty are evolving. While there is still some stigma attached to being in debt, more people are recognizing that financial challenges can happen to anyone. Open conversations about money management and debt can reduce shame and encourage individuals to seek help sooner rather than later. To sum up, while the specter of arrest for unpaid credit card debt looms large in many people's minds, it's largely a myth. The legal system focuses on civil remedies rather than criminal penalties for debt. By understanding your rights, staying informed, and seeking assistance when needed, you can manage debt-related challenges more effectively. Remember, the goal is to work towards financial stability, and numerous resources and protections are available to help you on this journey. So, the next time you feel the dread of overdue credit card payments creeping in, take a deep breath and remind yourself, you cannot be arrested for unpaid credit card debt. Focus on proactive solutions, understand your rights, and utilize available resources to navigate through financial difficulties. With the right approach and mindset, you can reclaim control over your finances and work towards a more secure and stress-free future. Imagine checking your mail and finding a notice that your credit card debt is overdue. The words past due and collections leap off the page, and your heart sinks. A flurry of fears rushes through your mind, not the least of which is the haunting question: can you be arrested for not paying your credit card debt? It's a scenario that can cause sleepless nights and significant stress. But understanding the reality of how credit card debt works and the legal implications can provide a clearer, calmer perspective.